Hey everybody, it's Curse, and today I'm going to bless you with a guide on how to get weapon upgrades in the game of EVERSPACE 2. Basically, weapons are your primary source of damage, and they're the best way to get power spikes if you get solid upgrades in this game. Every single level upgrade on a weapon gives you something around 13% extra damage, and it's multiplicative. So getting 3 level upgrades is 1.13 to the power of 3 extra damage, which is incredibly significant. You want to have as high of a level on your weapon as possible. So I'm going to walk you through some good strategies on how to acquire really high level weapons and consistently dish out as much damage as possible, making your gameplay much smoother as you level up. So check it out! Irashaimase! So the best way to upgrade your weapon is by having a weapon that is as high level as possible, because the damage of it is tied to its level. Unfortunately, you cannot use weapons that are higher level than your own. The only way to get around that is if the weapon is up to 2 levels or less higher than your current level. So you can see in the video behind me, I am level 20 and I'm upgrading a level 22 weapon in a way where I can remove that level requirement restriction because it's within 2 levels of my current level. And that is the main premise of the guide. Get yourself the highest level weapon possible, remove the weapon requirement, and then upgrade the rarity up to the highest rarity that you possibly can, depending on your resources. And I would suggest saving resources for this exact purpose. And you can see in the background, I'm a little bit short on resources to upgrade it to a superior quality. So I end up salvaging some superior items just to get that extra resource and make that level 22 railgun into a superior railgun. And I ended up using this railgun for 3 or 4 levels, and it carried me really heavily. My damage increased by 50%, and it was just a significant power spike that made my play a lot easier. You can apply this trick to weapons, secondary weapons as well, even devices. You can see that I'm using a level 21 shield as well, even though I'm only level 20. So that gives me a little bit of extra survivability. And now the only thing left to explain is how to get a higher level weapon consistently. And I'll walk you through that as well. Alright, so we've determined that the best way to get weapon upgrades is by finding weapons that are significantly higher level than yourself, optimally 2 levels higher, and then removing that level restriction and then increasing the rarity of the weapon. However, how exactly do you farm higher level weapons? Well, I would recommend a few different ways, one of them being the most reliable, however. And that most reliable way to get higher level weapons is through jobs. The first thing you want to do is complete a professional level of renown, which requires 3,500 renown, which is essentially around 18 jobs completed. So get your professional tier renown, and that's going to unlock higher level jobs with better rewards. And what that means is when you go to the jobs vendor, he might have a few different jobs that are 2 to 3 levels higher than you. I would accept those right away and then just go do them. As long as you're careful, you can complete jobs that are 2 to 3 levels higher. It's no problem. And the nice thing here is enemies are going to be 2 to 3 levels higher than you, and they're going to drop items that are 2 to 3 levels higher than you. And this is a really quite reliable way of getting white and so common or green uncommon weapons, or even just items that you can then remove the level requirement from. Even the job rewards are going to be of that level. And so sometimes you can see a job that will announce to you that as a reward, it might give you a railgun that is 2 levels higher than you. Well, that's exactly what you want. It's going to be white or green at best, but that doesn't matter. It's even cheaper to remove that level requirement, because if it's white, it just requires the white level item resources. So it's super easy. So yeah, take that job, go and complete it, kill as many enemies as you can in the area, even if they're not related to the job. and just get all the items that they drop and see if there's a weapon that you like, or maybe a shield, an energy booster, a sensor, whatever it is. If they drop anything that seems interesting to you and you have the resources to upgrade it, go ahead and get that power spike. Another way to fight enemies that are higher level than you is to rush through the campaign. As you complete the campaign, when you get through certain checkpoints, it increases the level of the enemies in every single area that you can fight in. So if you're significantly under leveled, you should get great drops and great XP as well. So that's another strategy, but I think that the way that I described earlier through jobs is the more reliable path to take. It will consistently net you higher level weapons regardless of what your level or regardless of how far along you are in the campaign. So I strongly recommend it. This is how you can get super good upgrades in the game. Try it out for yourself and enjoy the power spike. Anyways, that is it for this guide. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe, and you can join me on Twitch. I'll be playing a different game soon, but through my exploits, I do like to share some of the things that I learn in the various games that I play with the greater internet and YouTube community. And sometimes we hop into multiplayer games as well. So everybody's welcome. Take it easy and go chiso sama deshita.